Hello, awakened beings. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video as you feel called to. Today's reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, August 2026 predictions. Let's go. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. They're giving me like opera, or like vocal exercises when you do like the whole do re mi fa sol la si do, blah, the whole scaling and stuff. So they're giving me, voice, opera, vocal practice, that throat chakra. All right. Okay, the Fool. Ooh. Okay, yeah, some of you here are very artsy or interested in art. You might be taking a risk to go somewhere. Not taking a risk, but like, I don't know if you're traveling or moving, but you could really just be picking up and taking an opportunity. Look, he's got a guitar in his briefcase and whatever else, but really the Fool is somebody who's like chasing a dream. He's got a butterfly here. Can just be chasing a dream, just excited about life and wanting to venture off. And so you could quite literally be changing your environment to be more music, have more opportunities for musical development, or somebody with musical talents. Yeah, there are cities and states where that are more, I guess, musically inclined. I don't know. Okay. So I see that. We got Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Okay, what else? But even if it doesn't have to do with music, because that's not going to resonate with everyone, just a new venture going on here, a new adventure, something to explore and being excited about. We got growth, so definitely getting outside of your comfort zone and trying something different. The month of August, new experience. Okay. What else? But also an opportunity to like grow your skills or your talents. So I always say, or it's always said, people say this, surround yourself with the people and in the environments that you want to like evolve into. So with this Fool card and the growth, it's very much like, okay, you're changing your scenery, or you're changing your environment or your friend group and things like that, so that you can learn from the people you want to be like, or learn from the manifest a little bit more by putting yourself in the situation you want to be in. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, there was this dude on YouTube talking about how he took himself to an expensive restaurant one time because he wanted to know what it was like to be that rich or something. And then he ended up, getting a bunch of money with, I don't know, maybe he was a streamer or something. It was a clip I saw. But anyways, the point is putting yourself in the environment that you want to be in more frequently. Okay. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is piggybacking on that as well. All right. Okay, service. All right. So for some of you, this isn't about, music. It could just be some sort of service that you're trying to provide, and you feel like you have better opportunity by kind of getting out into the world. You got Four of Wands here. I really like this because what Spirit just said to me is on the ground journalism. So I don't know if that resonates, but what they're saying to me is like, you want to do something, and so you're on the ground doing it. You're literally out in the community or out where you need to be at. So I like that for you. All right, let's see what else. I do also feel like you could be visiting family in the month of August. Could be visiting family or people who are like family, but just people who may be close to you, maybe from a different state or something. Okay. I do, they just said history. So I don't know if this is like a great person, great great grandma, great great grandpa, or an old family home. But it could also be a place that has significance, like historical significance. So maybe history in terms of something you're interested in, about history of the world, history of a particular community or something, or your own family history. Like, okay, this is the house I grew up in, or this is the house my mom grew up in, or blah, 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 blah. This house was left to me. Something like that. Or this park, blah, 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 blah. So I just feel like there's a place of significance that you could be visiting. Okay. Completion, Page of Swords. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you could be visiting somebody who you just, want to make sure that you see them, make sure that you get, some words, say some words to them. Um, Somebody who's been on your mind that you've been in communication with, maybe long distance, but maybe it's not even long distance. Um, but yeah, cycle could be closing out with that connection. Okay. Let's see. And if that's not the case for you, then I just am reminded back of the vocal essence, Page of Swords. Swords is communication, the voice, the mind. So you could also be starting a particular program that is like a music class or a speaking class. What are those things? The motivational speaker things, something like that. But it just seems like your throat chakra and ideas on how to, work with that are activated or enhanced. Okay. You could also even be writing more in this time. Okay, writing more or submitting some sort of document somewhere. Maybe even like an application. Okay. Soulmates. Like I said, feel like you're following some sort of a dream. Abundance. Okay. You feel like it can give you, more opportunities. Okay. Yeah. And you got a nice, I was going to say a nice outlook. And paradise. Okay. So, yeah, you're really just trying to make the most of the situation. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else? Making the most of the situation. For some of you, I feel like this is maybe for like one person, but you could be traveling to meet up with somebody you met online, a romantic partner, or maybe a friend who moved and they're in town now or something like that. But you could be meeting up with somebody who is very close and dear to you. So I sort of said that, but now a little bit more romance or friendship has entered, is on the board now. Okay. You could also be going on a trip that somebody else is paying for. You don't have to. You could be the one funding it, but I feel like with the soulmate card. It could be that, somebody invited you to accompany them somewhere. That's going to be for a few people as well. All right, let's go ahead and give you your final card. Oh, okay. Despair. I need your divine intercession right now. O great spirit, lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. That's interesting. I wasn't getting any despair or anxiety or anything like that. Like, you have a completion card and you have the growth card. So, those are things that people can be uncomfortable with or anxious about, stepping into the unknown or a new environment. But I wasn't really getting any kind of despair. So let's see, do we want to clarify that? Can you clarify why we got the despair card? Justice. And one more. Why did we get the despair card? You feel like your time has run out somewhere, or maybe even somebody else's time has run out, because I did kind of touch on, a little bit of grief here with wanting to say some things to somebody that you haven't seen in a while. Okay, so we do have that. So yeah, there's it almost feels like you feel like you're running out of time. That can also be in terms of, like, maybe you're reaching a certain age or something and you feel like you're wasting your life, and so you're making like this drastic change or this leap of faith or jump, because you just kind of, you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your life away. Okay, I can see that. If you resonate with that, I can see that. All right. Okay, well, that was your card. That was your reading. Good luck on the next stage of your journey. And thanks for tuning in. Take care.